Hello gorgeous, welcome back to my channel. Hello if you're new. If you're new, it means so much. If you click the subscribe button, I do post every single Tuesday and Thursday, but as you can tell by reading the title, today I'm sharing with you how to lose weight in 4 simple steps. So these are all things that I genuinely have been incorporating into my life every single day and has become a habit. And if you guys aren't aware and if you haven't been following my journey, I am so close to losing 20 pounds and I give all that credit to these 4 steps. So if you're looking to lose weight or just live and maintain a healthy lifestyle, then I totally recommend watching this. This has transformed me and I've been able to lose weight, boost my metabolism, feel more energetic, just feel more confident. My mood has been improved. It takes 4 weeks to make a habit. I totally recommend challenging yourself and trying this for 30 days. And I'm telling you, you're going to notice such a big difference. So if you guys like this video, thumbs it up. I will link down below my fitness playlist as well as just my video that I recently did talking about my weight loss journey. So if you guys want to just follow along and learn other tips and tricks, definitely check out those videos. Comment down below what is one of your fitness goals this year in 2022. I'm curious to know, and let's just jump right into the 4 steps. Step number 1, water. I know this is very common sense. It's very simple, which is good because it's easy to incorporate once you get into the habit of it, but I feel like most of us could use more water into our daily routine. Water has so many benefits for the health, which I will get into. For most of us, as a rule of thumb, you should be approximately having 2 liters of water or 8-ounce glasses of water a day. Of course, this is going to be different from person to person, and if you're doing a lot more physical activity, you may have to drink more water, but it is important to really just make sure you're keeping up with your hydration. It's going to lead to optimal health. Water really flushes the toxins out of vital organs and carries nutrients to your cell, and even mild dehydration can really sap your energy. Water is calorie-free. It helps you burn more calories, and it may even suppress your appetite if consumed before meals. Water really helps to also boost your metabolism and make exercise easier and efficient, which all contribute to results on the scale. So every single morning that I wake up, I always have a glass of water. That is the first thing I put into my body. I always try to actually have about 2 to 3 before I start having any other liquids. And when I mean other liquids, usually it is just a tea or a coffee. I always like to make sure that I am drinking water before every single meal and just when I'm exercising, making an effort to incorporate your water into your day. If you're heading out and you don't have access to water, I always like to bring a few or a big reusable water bottle. That really helps me to keep up with it because I find when I leave my house is when I'm usually the worst at keeping up with my hydration because you get distracted, you're doing other things, or maybe you don't have water with you. And if you're going hours and hours without water, it makes such a difference. I always notice a difference in my body physically when I am really dehydrated and when I'm keeping up and hydrated. Step 2, significantly limiting sugar and artificial sweeteners. It is important to really avoid, or if not avoid, just really limit refined sugar and artificial sweeteners. This is something I have made such a conscious effort and really have looked into and realized how much sugar is in so many of the food and things I was eating and how it made my body just feel like crap. It tasted good and I may have craved it, but once I had a diet full of sugar, I just felt so crappy in my body. Sugar is linked to so many diseases and it's just not good for you, of course. It is important to really read the ingredient labels of things that you are purchasing because a lot of the times food have a lot of added sugar, and sometimes the word sugar may not be shown on the label and they use other words that mean the same thing as sugar. So it's important to get familiar with that and start researching about certain ingredients, what they mean, and what are other terms are used for sugar in an ingredient list because there are so many, and for the average individual, you may not actually know that that in turn means sugar. By limiting and avoiding sugar, you're going to find your diet is going to start to become more whole foods focused, and that is really what I enjoy and like eating now is more whole foods. Even a lot of processed foods I have cut out because, to be honest, honest, a lot of processed food is filled with added sugars and you don't even realize. And ever since that I have changed the route from eating processed foods to incorporating more whole foods, I have been feeling amazing outside and inside in my body. And when it comes to losing weight or just living a healthy lifestyle, you don't have to think of it as being boring. There are so many healthy recipes that taste just as good as if not better than those unhealthy kind of junk food foods. You want what you eat to be exciting. I know for me, that works and makes me want to stick to it, but eating whole foods not only keeps me full and satisfied for longer, I just feel better in my body. Whenever I'm consuming too much sugar, I feel those aches, I feel those pains, my body just keeps craving it. And since following these steps, I have not had sugar cravings. It is very rare for me to get a sugar craving, and by having so much sugar, it is really an ongoing cycle. Many sugar cravings stem from a blood sugar imbalance. When your body ingests the sugar, your blood sugar spikes and your body releases insulin to lower it to safer levels. If the insulin brings your blood sugar level too low, as it often happens, your body then craves foods that will raise it to increase your energy. And this is just an ongoing cycle. So you're just going to constantly find yourself craving, giving into those cravings, having sugar, and then needing it again, crashing, needing again, and crashing. When you start removing it and you start finding other foods and eating more whole foods, you're going to notice that your sugar cravings are going to start to go away. And of course, at the beginning, when you're starting to limit or avoid these refined sugars, you're going to find yourself craving it, and you kind of have to have that little willpower to kind of get over it. Sugar is an addiction that a lot of us have. And I'm not talking about sugar when it comes to fruit, I'm talking about refined sugars and just like added sugars and artificial sweeteners. Step 3, portion control. This is one I really had to learn to adapt to, because I feel like for many of us, our portion controls are a lot larger than they should be. And a lot of us tend to overindulge all the time to the point where we are stuffed full and just have to unbutton a button on our pants because we ate way too much food, and we do that way too often. I had trouble really knowing what a proper portion was because I was so used to overeating. Even when you go to restaurants, they give you usually such big portions, or fast food. It's just, we're so used to eating such big portions that we feel like we have to eat that amount, even though it makes us feel so full and bloated and just like blah, and we really don't need that much food. Increased portion sizes is the number one thing that is thought to be leading to overeating. So how do you know what is a good portion size? So of course, this is also something that's gonna differ from person to person. Certain people are gonna have to have more foods than other people, and it can be due to a variety of different reasons. Even our men and women are going to need to eat a different amounts of food. So definitely take it with a grain of salt. But when it comes for myself personally, a little rule of thumb is to not eat portion sizes bigger than the size of the palm of your hand. I like to look at it too, if I have a plate, I fill up my plate with half veggies and salad, and then a quarter of the plate will be with my protein, whether that's chicken, eggs, beans, whatever protein source I have. The other quarter should be your complex carbs, so whether that's your whole grains and just like sweet potatoes and like quinoa and all of that. And then the size of your thumb, or about a tablespoon, should be of your fats, whether that's oil, butter, or even cheese. So that is just a little rule of thumb to kind of know. Eating proper portions is just as important as eating the right food. So it's important to get that under control and just start eating less. There are so many benefits to portion control, and just to name a few, some of them are better digestion, balanced blood sugar, weight loss, and also you overeat and you eat too quickly, you don't notice your stomach cues when full. So it's important to eat slowly and eat the right portions. In order to get your portion size under control, two things that have really made a difference and helped me personally. One is meal prep. Meal prep has helped me so much to stay on track, to also eat better portion sizes. So I usually like to meal prep on like a Sunday night when you've already eaten dinner, so you're already full, you're not like hungry, and you just make sure that you make everything and you put the right amount of portions for each food item. I find that when you wait last minute and let's say you're eating lunch late, you're running behind, that's when we tend to basically eat more, overindulge, and just have huge portion sizes. So meal prep has been really able to help me stay on track. I just grab it, know that that's the right amount, and eat it, and I feel good and content and not feel like super full to the point where I feel like I could explode, because I know we've all been there. Another tip is to just use smaller plates. Our plates are so big, and it's just kind of like a little psychological tip. Obviously a bigger plate, your plate's gonna look more empty. You're gonna feel like you have to fill it up more than when you just have a smaller plate. You don't have to fill it up as much, and also your plate just looks more full, so you feel like you're eating more. So it's just a little psychological tip, but it's something that really does make a big difference once you're starting to kind of get in the habit to know what is a proper portion for your body. The last step, step number 4, exercise. Even if you just do those 3 steps that I mentioned, you're going to notice such a big difference. You're going to lose weight, but of course, by incorporating exercise, this is going to allow you to lose weight more quickly. So by adding all 4 of these steps, you are going to transform your body and notice such a big difference physically and mentally. You really want to get your body moving. Even if it's just moving 30 minutes every single day, you can even do these exercises in 15-minute increments. So exercising 15 minutes 2 times a day, if that works for you, or just doing 30 minutes in one sitting. So I personally like to work out 5 to 6 times a week. You can also work out 4 to 5 times a week, but on my days where I'm not doing like a bigger workout, I am still doing some form of moving my body, which is usually just going out for a walk. You really want to find workouts that are appropriate for your fitness level while still challenging yourself. Exercise can consist of weight training or cardio or a combination of both. I personally love weightlifting because you'll burn lots of calories. It prevents your metabolism from slowing down, but I also just love going out for a walk and aiming for my 8 to 10,000 steps a day. It just allows me to get some fresh air, to clear my mind, get my body moving. And I'm telling you, you are going to see the pound shedding off. I feel like walking is so underrated. It is such a good form of cardio. You don't just have to go running all the time or go on a treadmill and run. Just going for a little more fast-paced walk or a brisk, nice walk, trust me, it does wonders, and this has been a huge reason as to why I was able to lose almost 20 pounds. Of course, by doing more physical activity, this is increasing the number of calories that you are burning, and of course, if you are burning more calories than you are ingesting, and this means you're in a calorie deficit, and this will lead to weight loss. If you are eating as much and burning off as many calories, you're just going to maintain your weight if you're trying to just maintain and not lose weight. And of course, if you're eating a lot more calories than you're burning, you're going to potentially gain weight. So of course, just keeping that in mind, but getting more physical activity is gonna do wonders, and also following the other 3 steps, you're going to transform your body and notice such a big difference. So I challenge you to stick to this for 30 days. Let me know what your fitness goals are. And these are just all the things that I have been doing consistently for almost 2 months now, and has been allowing me to lose the weight that I have and transforming my body. Also just giving me the energy back that I had. I find that when I was not eating healthy and I was sitting at home all day and not really moving and getting my movement in every day, my body would ache. There'd be aches and pains that I never felt. I just felt lethargic. I felt no energy, and I could really feel and notice a difference now that I have been eating healthier and exercising and just drinking more water and doing all the things that I mentioned. So if you guys like this video, thumbs it up. I can always do another one. Don't forget to check my playlist in the description box. I will have my fitness health playlist. I have a ton of content on there, all the way from workouts to what I eat in a day to tips and tricks. Click the subscribe button. I do post every single Tuesday and Thursday. And on that note, I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!